Alright, welcome to the heater core repair major development. This is where the heater core used to go. You can see that's the two openings through the firewall of the engine. And if I back out here, that's the empty space it used to go in under the dash. Back out a little farther, and that's our brand new heater core. Okay. This brace was attached to the old core, and it helped me align the tubes the proper way. So there's a smaller and a larger one, and they have to fit through the holes the same way. The old heater core is now in 3 layers of trash bag because it just kept leaking and tearing holes in the trash bags. As for the hoses, I also took off the reservoir tank. I'm washing that. Okay, so that's the coolant overflow hose that went into the tank there, keeping everything clean with nice rags. That's the hose that goes from the T section up into the bottom of the reservoir tank. And I washed the hoses. Look how clean they are. And then these are the heater core hoses, and they go down into here. And we've got them closed off with rags as well. Get in there. You kind of have to climb in the car because I'm small and it's a big car. And then you get down in this space, and then you had to unscrew the clamps, the hose clamps, on both of the hoses, and then they slid right off the heater core tubes. If they don't slide off, you're supposed to cut them off with tin snips. But I don't have those, so lucky us. Okay, we saved the hose clamps because they're in pretty good condition. And now we just have to manage to shove the new heater core into those 2 holes in the firewall without totally messing up the new heater core. Updates to follow. Alright, here's the heater core, very carefully fixed into this space, and then we've put in the support bar at the back. This replacement heater core is a slightly different shape than the original, so the support bracket doesn't fit over the edge the way it should and still screw into the hole here. So it's just sort of doing its best, doing the best it can. Alright. Okay, and then this is the second brace bar that plugs in right here on the front of the dash. Also is not quite the right shape for this piece, but it's pretty stable in there. It's not moving. And now we're going to go hook up the hoses with the hose clamps. It's dark in there, but now you can see the 2 tubes of the heater core. I fixed the larger hose back on. Now we're going to move on to the smaller hose. It's pretty straightforward. You just have to wiggle gently. You don't want to break the heater core or do something weird to your hoses. And then you fit the hose clamp back over it and tighten until it's snug. Alright, so it's a very big engine, and this is a very small space. So when you're doing this, you have to get all up in here and really be patient. And I don't know if there's some sort of official mechanics lattice work that you can get to hang out over top of your engine, or if this is even anything I'm supposed to be doing, but it works. So we're putting the second hose on, and I'll get back to you when it's done. And there it is, the second hose. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Make sure when you're putting these hose clamps back on that you pay attention to where the screw is oriented so that you can get enough room for a screwdriver. See, I've got enough room over on that side, but I wouldn't have if I'd put it over there. So You have to pay attention. Alright. Climbing back out of this thing. Ugh. Our next step will be to finish cleaning out the sludge in the coolant reservoir tank and then putting it back on with some flush chemicals and distilled water.